Hey there, everyone. It's Wednesday's weather for Weather Geeks. And even if you're not a quote unquote weather geek, hope you get a kick out of these videos. I hope you find them informative. I post one of these each weekday, and I even will do one on the weekends if need be. And this could be a weekend coming up that I may need to do a special video. I like to get more in depth in these videos than I can on TV because my weather segments on TV are only 2.5 or 3 minutes long. I have unlimited amounts of time here to show you all sorts of interesting and cool weather and science information. All right, tomorrow is going to be a very cold day, as we've been talking about. Tomorrow's forecasted high 17 degrees, and you may wonder how unusual is that for this early in the season, and it's very unusual. I've got plotted up here a chart showing the number of days each year going back to 1930 that we've had a high temperature of 17 or below during the first 12 days of December. Tomorrow's the 12th. Not many out there. Back in 1976, 77, we had a few. The most recent was in 1995. We had a real cold snap between December 10th and 12th back in 1995. That's the last time our high has been 17 or colder this early in the season. So it's been 18 years. It just doesn't happen that much. This is unusual cold, and it's been cold enough consistently now that we're starting to see a little bit of ice trying to form on Lake Erie, especially on the shallow end of the lake, the western end of Lake Erie. Now, it's not much, but this is pretty early in the season to start seeing some ice on the lake. Typically, we don't start to see this kind of thing until the second half of December, and especially after the new year. But cold enough lately that a little bit of ice trying to form on the lake. All right, what's going on today? I'm recording this at about 9:15 a.m. Here's the radar and satellite along with the temperatures and the pressure analysis. The pressure analysis, all of these lines through here, those are isobars, lines of equal pressure. I'm going to take those off momentarily to make the map a little less busy. We've got clouds increasing from the west. We had some sunshine at the start of the day today, but the clouds are moving in, and snow also moving in. That snow is out here across parts of southeastern Illinois, just south of Chicago, heading through the northern tier of Indiana along I-80 and I-90, and starting to get into western Ohio. Some of this is not reaching the ground yet as I record this, around Sandusky, Mansfield, places such as that. But this is all reaching the ground back here, Fort Wayne, South Bend. And this is what's coming our way this afternoon. This is going to coat the ground in some spots. Maybe we'll get a half an inch in a few locations, but not a big deal. It's going to be the kind of snow you can kind of brush off with a broom if you want, kind of like we had yesterday morning. It's 9:15 in the morning. The sun's been up for an hour and a half, and it's still only in the upper teens to around 20 across the area. Of course, it's a lot worse off to the north and west. Look at these actual temperatures this morning out across the upper Midwest. I see a minus 31 here. In northwestern Minnesota, lots of negative teens to around 20 in through here. This is the Arctic front in through here that is tracking our way. Thankfully, it's not going to be this cold when this cold air arrives tonight, but it is going to be the coldest night of the season tonight so far, our coldest night since February, in fact. We expect a lot of single digits out there for tonight. So it's really, really, really cold off to the north and west, and this pattern is with us for the next week at least. There are some signs that we may warm up a little after that, and I'll show you those charts in just a second. All right, as far as the snow today, I'm going to show you a simulated radar here based off of the high-resolution rapid refresh model. This is a real high-resolution model that's run once an hour, unless they're having technical difficulties with it, like they are this morning, so it hasn't been run for the last few hours. This is the most recent version I have available, though. This is generally what the radar should look like early this afternoon at about 1 o'clock. And then we'll roll forward to 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, some light snow pushing through. Main roads should just be wet this afternoon. Anything treated will be just fine. An alley, a driveway, a parking lot, yeah, there could be a little dusting of snow on all of those spots. You'll have to watch your step, but it's not going to be a real big deal. Now, in the wake of that, we are expecting pretty quiet weather for tomorrow. It's just going to be cold, of course. Now, lake effect is going to keep setting up from time to time downwind of the lakes. Later this evening into tonight, up in Ashtabula County, parts of Geauga County, Lake County, they're going to see several inches worth of snow. Even the extreme northern part of Trumbull County, I could see where we get a small accumulation of lake-enhanced or lake-effect snow late today and tonight. But most of this is going to be north of the WFMJ viewing area. This is the map for Thursday afternoon, showing more snow showers off the lake. Most of this aimed from west to east across Ashtabula County, heading over towards Erie, Pennsylvania, and then a big dumping of snow will continue in southwestern New York, just south of Buffalo. So that's the story for Thursday. Otherwise, of course, just cold. Friday's going to be pretty uneventful. Lake effect snow continuing northwestern PA up through upstate New York. But we will average partly sunny across the Mahoning and Shenango valleys. Then the weekend arrives, and here comes this next snowmaker. I talked about this in a fair amount of detail on my blog this morning, ericwfmj.com. That's the address for my weather blog that I update when big ticket situations come around. And Saturday, this moderate snow event will start early in the morning, probably just before sunrise, maybe 5, 6. And then the snow will be with us in a light to moderate fashion, probably through about sunset on Saturday. And then as the storm system winds up and pulls away, we'll be left with some residual snow showers Saturday night and Sunday. That could give us small additional accumulations, but the heart of the storm is going to be Saturday evening, and then this will turn into an East Coast storm with some pretty healthy amounts of snow Saturday night and Sunday up in New England. And after that, fresh batch of cold air, but pretty uneventful. How much snow is coming? Well, first guess at this point, and I speculated on this yesterday as well, I think this is enough to break out the shovels, and the snow plows will be busy. We're probably talking 3 to 5, 3 to 6, something like that. So this is the European model I'm showing here. It gives us a solid 4 inches just about everywhere, Saturday into Saturday evening. I think that's pretty legitimate, pretty reasonable. We're not going to put an official accumulation number in the actual forecast I show on TV just yet, but for watchers of this video and my fans on social media, I think we can start getting it in our heads that this will be a 3 to 6 kind of an event, enough to slow you down. Saturday's going to be a big shopping day, not too many Saturdays left before Christmas, in fact, just a couple, and the malls will be packed. You're going to want to take your time, just take it slow, you'll be all right. Beyond this snowstorm on Saturday, well, is it ever going to warm up? That's the big question. And I think the answer is a little bit eventually. I think we're solidly in a cold pattern through the next 7 days. Around the 20th, maybe 21st, so we're talking a few days before Christmas, there are some signs that we may approach 40. That sounds like a heat wave. But we may make a run at 40 for a couple of days, somewhere around the 20th, 21st. And then the longer range models are insisting that we do cool back off again as we get towards Christmas. Now, I don't see any signs of an air mass that is as cold as the one that's coming in as we speak, but that remains to be seen a little bit. Nonetheless, if we're going to see any quote-unquote mild air from now till Christmas, it's likely to be around the 20th, 21st. So more updates to come on that. Thanks for watching Weather for Weather Geeks on this Wednesday. You can catch my forecast on 21 News midday today. Join us at noon for that, and I'll see you right back here on Thursday morning.